Hey film kids, this is the start of our notes for Unit 2. There will be 3 parts to Unit 2 just like for film history, but they won't be as long. There's not much as much as dense information in this one as film history, so we should get it through with it pretty easy. Well, all right, let's get started. So, this unit is called Looking at Movies and How to Look at Movies. Basically, right now we watch movies for entertainment. And so my goal is to undo that and show you how impactful movies are and what is inside movies that make them make you think and the steps to get to that process. So, first things first, there is no doubt about it. It is proven without a fact that film is the most popular art form today. People don't go to the movie theaters to just watch films. There's so many options. Obviously, you have big box retailers such as Best Buy, where you can buy stuff. Target, Walmart, you can buy DVDs there. Redbox machines are still a thing. Walgreens, you can for $1 a night you can rent them. There used to be Blockbuster when I was growing up, DVD rental places where you would actually show up and rent movies. You have online cable and satellite stations so think of stuff like HBO and Stars and Showcase, where they kind of have their own channels of movies. And then the biggest one is streaming video, and that's what Netflix and YouTube is. That's called streaming video on your computers. Obviously, you can watch films on cable televisions, iPads, smartphones, and other systems not yet imagined. So in the future, there may be better ways to watch movies. So let's talk about cinematic language. Cinematic language is a fancy word of a fancy way of saying the visual elements of a film. And so we are not going to learn a lot of cinematic language in this unit, but starting next unit, we will learn tons. So cinematic language is the vocabulary that makes up what goes in a movie, because there's specific shots or shot types, shot movements, job types, all of that sort of stuff. Has a specific language attached to it. So this is integrated techniques and concepts is the official what cinematic language is. It's a visual vocabulary of integrated techniques and concepts. What's important about cinematic language is that you the viewer get connected to the story while deliberately concealing the means by which it does so. Meaning you're connected to the story, you're involved, you're inside of it, and you don't notice all of the quick camera shots or the slow moving camera flow across the scene that makes it feel like we're walking alongside with the main character. All that stuff we just see, we feel it's normal to us, and they do it on purpose to where it's very hidden and very easy feeling for us. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I continually say movie or film kind of interchangeably, and I wanted to go over why that is. Movie, cinema, or film are all the same things. They're interchangeable terms. Cinema is from the Greek word kinesis, which you might have heard this if you've ever heard of telekinesis. Telekinesis is the ability to move things with your mind. And so cinema comes from the Greek word kinesis, which means movement. And it makes sense because film is moving pictures. So the actual word film can also refer to the original celluloid strip media. It's like plasticky and brown, and that's what the actual film gets imprinted on. So I'll have an example of that to show you in class. But film can also mean that. But film also means like an artistic movie, or just a movie in general. And then movie is short for motion picture or moving images. And so that's how they got the word movie. And all three of those are interchangeable. So real quick, it's important to understand that all films are what we're going to be looking at for this year. And so this is a film still from March of the Penguins, which is a documentary, but it's really important to remember that the cinematic language and stuff we'll learn still get applied to any type of film, regardless if it's fiction or not. And so this is a film from Bollywood, and this is interesting because Bollywood likes to push the envelope just a little bit, and so this is him talking to the camera like a person. So that's why he's kind of got like a weird grin on his face, is because he just told something funny. So we're going to go over the basic construction of a movie. There's two things that happen in a movie to make it a movie. One is shots. You have different types of shots in a movie, and this is with your camera. And so the official definition of a shot is an unbroken span of action captured by an uninterrupted run of a motion picture camera. Basically, I press record and I let it run and the scene play out, and then I press stop. And that's one shot. That's what shot means on a camera. And so you can use as many shots as you want to. And so how you do that, if you have lots of shots, is you edit them together. And so the official definition of editing is the joining together of discrete shots. Basically, I'm going to pick and choose what shots I want to use and edit them together. And so that's all that makes up a movie. Yeah, you can add music in and all that sort of stuff, but that really falls under editing. Special effects would fall under editing and camera shots combined. And so the basic of a movie is shot and editing. And so you want to understand that a movie with shots and editing can move a viewer through time and space. We can be in prehistoric times and go all the way into the future. All right, so continuing our lesson before I was rudely interrupted by the intercom. So shot editing both make a movie, and movie moves you through time and space. So this is a shot of a typical play. You have what's called a wide shot. This is what your eye can see and nothing else. Our eyes see in wide shots. This is Sweeney Todd. It's a musical. And it's about a barber who ends up killing people and gives them to his wife, and she makes meat pies out of people. So it's a little twisted. But here's the Sweeney Todd film version starring Johnny Depp. It is a Tim Burton movie. But as you can see, we are outside of his apartment through the window, looking at him. Then we cut to a close-up of his knife with a reflection of him in it. And then we cut back to a close-up of his face and can see his thought process. That is not possible in a play, and that is what makes films unique. So that is it for this lesson. Part 2 will be uploaded soon, but we are getting started on looking at and analyzing films, and so this is where the fun stuff starts. So hope you enjoyed this. There'll be a pocket quiz next class period after this. Make sure that you watch all the way to the end and get it marked completed in Ed Puzzle. Email me with any technical issues. Thanks so much. Bye.